Hello and welcome to the Newscast, your daily roundup of gaming news, and myself, Marta. Today is the 18th of June, and this time I'm bringing you some news regarding FIFA 15, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Alien Isolation, Destiny, and the Steam Summer Sale. So let us begin with FIFA 15, as EA have announced the release date of the title, which will be coming out on September the 26th in the UK and September 23rd in the US. Now, the game is coming out on pretty much every platform under the sun, which includes the PS4, PS3, Xbox 360, Xbox One, the Wii, 3DS, PSP and PS Vita. Now, I will admit that I actually had to double check that they didn't mean the Wii U here, but no, it is actually coming out on the Wii and not the Wii U, which is pretty weird. There is no Wii U version at all for this title. So there you go. Now, obviously, the console and PC versions will be the definitive versions of FIFA 15. The PSP, PS Vita, Wii and 3DS versions will actually be legacy versions, which means the base game will be the same as last year, but will have updated player roster and kits, which is kind of ludicrous, to be honest with you. Don't agree with that at all, but it is EA we're talking about here. Let's not turn this newscast into an EA rant. Let's not do that. Let's move on before I start ranting, because I can just feel it bubbling up inside. Now, next up, we have Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, as we have a few tidbits regarding how the game's multiplayer mode is actually going to work. Now, during an interview, the Sledgehammer Games co-founder Michael Condrey has confirmed that exosuits will be used in the game's multiplayer and that the multiplayer will be balanced around them. But he didn't actually say exactly how this is going to work. But he did confirm that the game will feel much faster paced than previous titles, and they also wanted the title to feel familiar to returning players, and also added that they are going to be taking community feedback on the game very seriously. So, not too much there. I'm not exactly surprised that the exosuits are going to be a key factor in the multiplayer, considering that is the feature that they're really touting for this new Call of Duty game. So it makes sense for them to be present in all aspects of the title. Faster paced is always good, community feedback always good, so even though there's not much revealed here, it was still good to know. Next up is Alien Isolation, as the Creative Assembly lead game designer Gary Napper did say that the game lasts for about 15 hours, although stealthy players can actually sneak their way through the story at a brisker pace. Now, when he was speaking to the Angry Joe show, he said, quote, "The game's actually about 15 hours long because we've got so much to do with the narrative and all the different mechanics of the alien. On top of that, we have the other threats about the station. We have a big long story that folds out. Also, it's a bit like a Metroidvania game where you have a linear story you go through, but you can also go back and explore areas you've been to. You can go back to areas and find new things, explore and open up new areas. There's a lot to do in the world." The difficult thing is nailing a time is because people can play for absolutely ages without even seeing the alien because they've been really careful and really stealthy. They did nothing to cool him down, or there have been no explosions that he has come to investigate. These people can get through it very quickly. So it kind of depends on your play style, which is always nice. I'm sure that it would make perfect sense that if you manage to avoid the alien because you're being stealthy, you're trying not to attract attention, that the game would be shorter because, well, you're not running for your life or getting murdered by the alien horribly. Still, this game is looking so good. The Metroidvania aspect definitely always good. I really hope this game is actually scary. I'm looking forward to it immensely. Of course, I think we all need a good alien game to make us forget the horror in all the wrong ways of Aliens Colonial Marines. So this is looking very promising, and I cannot wait to actually get my mitts on it, and of course is releasing on October the 7th, so it's still quite a ways away, but not too bad, sorry. And next up is Destiny, as I have a little bit of information regarding the Japanese release, as it will actually be exclusive to PlayStation platforms in Japan. And Sony will be publishing the game on both PS3 and PS4 in association with Activision in Japan, of course, and will be releasing on September the 11th. So not much information there, just that it's going to be an exclusive in Japan. Now, I think this might actually make sense in a way because, well, the Japanese aren't too hot on their FPS. It's not really something that sells really well over there. Obviously, it does amazingly here in the West, but as we've discussed previously, the type of games that they love are very different from the type of games that we love. Now, of course, we have some similarities. They love their RPGs and all that, but they're not really too into FPS the same way that we are here in the West. So it kind of makes sense that Sony is the one publishing it, because of course, you know, Sony is pretty much, Sony and Nintendo are the lead contenders over there in Japan. So it makes sense when you think about it that way. But it does kind of hamper the Xbox One over there, as of course the Xbox 360 did pretty badly in Japan, and of course Microsoft don't want a repeat of this. So it's actually kind of a shame that they're giving Japanese gamers another reason to not buy an Xbox One, because, well, if they're interested in Destiny, they're going to need a PS4 or a PS3. Anyway, let us finish up with the Steam Summer Sale, as there's a rumour that we may actually be seeing the Summer Sale start tomorrow, as they have been some rumours floating around following from the appearance of some trading cards on the Steam Marketplace, as well as an ad from the online payment service PaySafeCard, which is suggesting that the sale will be beginning tomorrow and run through to June the 30th, and was once again spotted by those eagle-eyed fellows on the NeoGAF forums. Now, that's not the only bits of evidence pointing to this particular set of dates for the Steam sale. SteamDB's curators noted on Twitter that this week's Steam sales end on Thursday, June the 19th, which is rather than running for a full week as usual. So it kind of suggests that they're ending because, well, the big summer sale is about to start. Now, of course, the links to the sources for these rumours will be in the description below this video. Just scroll a little bit past the Facebook links, guys. Whenever a link is there, it'll be below those two. Just scroll a little bit and they will be there. So go check that out. I hope it starts soon. The Steam sale is a wallet-destroying time, but a very happy time where you get lots of good games for really cheap. So let's see what deals they've got for us this time, shall we? Anyway, guys, that is me done for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.